I know here in the West, we're predominantly controlled by a lot of religious organizations. Do you have anything to say about that?
This is considered a Christian nation, and people wear that proudly without really knowing how it became that. Think about Yeshua's message, right? It was compassion, it was empathy, it was humility, it was peace. Yeshua was a big opponent to the oppressive power structures that existed. That was the Jewish Pharisees, that was the Roman government, because they were the occupiers of that land back then. This is what's interesting. People get triggered by this, but this is true. I didn't create history. It is what it is. The Pharisees went to Pontius Pilate, went to the Romans to try him for heresy and convict him and kill him. That's what they did, allegedly. Well, a few hundred years after his death, the Romans decided this is going to benefit us in a profound way in regards to expanding our empire. So they became Christian all of a sudden, the Romans, who allegedly killed the man. So after that, the way in which they spread Christianity throughout the world has nothing to do with Yeshua. They had these Catholic edicts, or these papal bulls. It was 3 in particular that were very profound and changed the course of the world. The first one was Dum Diversas, and that was 1452. And basically what that was like a bill to go into Africa and enslave, kill, take land from those who are not Christian. They never even heard that word before, but that's what that was, right? The next one was the Romanist Pontifex in 1455 by the same demonic pope, to go further into Africa and keep pushing the line, to keep doing the same thing. Like, this is becoming profitable at this time, right? Then there was another one, Antikythera in 1493, and that was by this demon named Pope Alexander VI. And he sent Spain to the Americas to subjugate, enslave, colonize lands in the America from the indigenous people here. So those 3 legally binding blessings went into indigenous lands where people who've been living there forever take their land, enslave them, extract resources, so on and so forth, all in the name of Jesus. This had nothing to do with Jesus. Then they did it to their own people too. They had the Spanish Inquisitions, the medieval Inquisitions, and they were going throughout Europe. Anybody who wasn't with their program, it was torture and execution, burning humans alive. That sounds more like some kind of satanic ritual than anything to do with Jesus. Well, people will get mad at me for saying these things, but this is real history. I'm talking about things that's going to make people uncomfortable, but sometimes you have to challenge yourself and check your belief system. Most of the times, your beliefs are not tethered to reality, to truth, to facts, right? Facts are facts. This stuff is all documented. This is a Google search. But nonetheless, the book, The Divine Quintessence, talks about all of these things. The book ain't out yet, but pre-sale is available. And if anybody want to really challenge what they think they know, because all of the sources are there, all of the scriptures, everything is in the book. And it's not a book that's complaining, right? It sets a precedent, it sets a stage about, look, here's the programming that a lot of people have. Here's the reality that most people are struggling. Most people are not getting ahead. Most people are not having the time of their lives. Just like what they told us when we were on the plantation under the condition of slavery. They used the book. They said, look here, you see that right there? This says you honor your master, you work hard as a slave, it's okay. When you die, you go to heaven. Bumba clot. That's not reality. We want our heaven right now. And people are still living like that to this day, toiling away, working for other people, not living their dreams or fulfilling their dreams, not their dream job or whatever, just dream situations. And then they die with the hopes of going to heaven. When there's a lot of people that have heaven right here. Every description of heaven is a physical, material place. Pearly gates, golden floors. It sounds like a palace. Each man's heaven is determined by that man. You understand? You're not being taught that. People are not being taught that. People are being taught that you're going to die and go up there, or you're going to go down there. It's not logical. And you have a lot of logical people bypassing any kind of logic just to accept what they've been told. Because if I don't believe that, I'm going to die. That's what they tell you, right? So those days are done. The shackles are coming off the brains. I'm doing my part to help educate people on these things. And these are not my thoughts or beliefs. These are just facts. I'm merely presenting facts. That's it. And then we can have a conversation. But the book is not just about that. That's a small part of the book. The book is literally a practical guideline, a practical roadmap for real salvation, for real sovereignty, for tapping into your divinity, your godhood. That's exactly what the book is.
One, when's the book available and where can we get it?
The book will be available very soon. We're now taking pre-orders. It's a limited amount of pre-orders because those are the signed copies. So if you want a signed copy, you need to get one right now. You know where the link's at.